Dear students, welcome back to my class. So now we are starting with the second chapter, that is the types of egg. We are starting with the chapter with the subtopic types of egg. What is mean by an egg? We can say that an egg is actually a fully developed female sexual cell or female germ cell or reproductive cell. And this egg will be varying with respect to the size as well as the arrangement of yolk and external covering from species to species. What are the functions of these eggs? They generally provide an haploid set of chromosomes, and it provides a cytoplasm to the future embryo during the process of development, and also it supplies foods for the developing fetus. That is in the case of this supplying food is mainly this function, or this particular function is generally concerned with for oviparous animals. You may be knowing that what is mean by oviparity as well as viviparity. What is the difference? Yes, oviparity is nothing but in which the eggs are generally laid on land, while viviparity is the condition, or the development is taking place in oviparous condition. The development is taking place within the egg. Not on the female or not in the womb of the mother. In the case of viviparous animals, the viviparous animals are generally, here the development is generally taking place within the body of the mother. Okay, so this nourishment is generally taken out, it should be supplied to the developing fetus through the placenta. Okay, so this third function is mainly concerned with the oviparous animals. So that's all about a small idea about what is meant by egg. As I told you, the eggs are generally varying with respect to their size, arrangement, and all these things from species to species. So we are classifying this chapter. We are classifying these eggs into different categories based upon certain criteria. So the first one is the eggs classification according to the amount or the distribution of yolk. Yolk is nothing but yolk is actually, it is a nutritive part of the egg which generally provides nourishment to the developing embryo. So according to the amount of yolk, the eggs are generally arranged into the following types. The first one is called alecithal type. As the name indicates, lecithal means egg. Yes, lecithal means yolk. So alecithal means without yolk. Those eggs without yolk is called alecithal. And this particular type of eggs are generally seen in mammals. In the case of human beings, we know that the developing embryo gets nourishment mainly through the placenta. Not here the yolks are not there for the nourishment, but rather than here the embryo gets the full amount of they get the oxygen and all kinds of nutrients through the organic connection that we call as placenta. So alecithal type of eggs are generally found in mammals. Then comes the oligolecithal or microlecithal type. Micro means small. In the case of this type of egg, there will be small amount of yolk. This is generally seen in Amphioxus, tunicates as well as Hydra. These type of animals are generally exhibiting this microlecithal type of or a little amount of yolk in their egg. Then comes mesolecithal. Meso means moderate. So mesolecithal type of egg means they generally have moderate amount of yolk. This is generally exhibited by annelid worms, mollusk, petromyzin as well as dipnoid. Dipnoid means the lungfishes. So this type of animals are generally having a moderate amount of yolk. Then the fourth category, that is called a polylecithal or macrolecithal or megalecithal type of egg. Here also, as the name indicates, macro means large. So this type of eggs are generally possessing large amount of yolk. The concerned examples are reptiles, birds, prototherians. Prototherians are primitive mammals. Then myxinoids. Myxinoids are generally primitive fishes. Okay. Then the large fishes or the true fishes. So these type of animals or organisms are generally having a macrolecithal type of egg. So this is a classification of egg with respect to the amount of yolk. Okay. Then another classification comes. How can we classify these eggs on the basis of the distribution of yolk? Based upon the presence or absence we have, or the amount we have classified into alestel, microlestel, mesolestel, as well as polylestel or macrolestel type of egg. Here, how these yolks are getting distributed in the cytoplasm. So based upon this distribution of yolk, the eggs are again classified into different categories. What are they? The first one is called homolestel or isolestel type of egg. As the name indicates, homo means yes, same, or iso means same. They generally, or the yolks are generally distributed uniformly throughout the cytoplasm. Here, this type of egg is generally seen in Amphioxus. Amphioxus is one of the primitive organism which is found in Echinodermata. Okay, so Amphioxus is generally having a uniformly distributed yolk within the cytoplasm. Then comes telolestel type of egg. Here the yolk is not getting uniformly distributed. This is exhibited by mesolestel as well as macrolestel type of egg. Here I told you that this telolestel type of eggs are those eggs in which the yolks are not getting uniformly distributed throughout the cytoplasm, as in the case of isolestel type of egg or homolestel type of egg. Here, either it is concentrated in one pole or it concentrated in other poles. Okay, so the distribution will be different in the different regions of the cytoplasm. So this is called a telolestel type of egg, and this is exhibited by those eggs which generally possess moderate amount as well as large amount of yolk. Generally, the yolks are deposited heavily in the vegetal pole. Vegetal pole, you may be knowing that if you are considering in we are considering this particular type of, you may be knowing that this is an hen's egg. Here this part is called the animal pole and this part is called the vegetal pole. Vegetal pole is nothing but it is a blend area and this is a pointed area. This pointed area is called animal pole, where you can see only the nucleus as well as cytoplasm. Where you can see this blend end is generally provided with a large amount of yolk, and those area in which the yolk is getting concentrated is called the vegetal area. Okay, so here you can see that this is a kind of telolestel type of egg. Here they are concentrated either here, and in this case you can see that this is generally concentrated at the, yes, it is uncovering almost all portions of the animal. So the distribution is somewhat different. I told you that telolestel type of egg is nothing but here the yolk is concentrated in any particular area, not uniformly throughout the cytoplasm. Okay. So within this animal pole, the nucleus as well as cytoplasm are seen, and within the vegetal pole or the blend end you can see the yolk. Then comes this telolestel type of eggs are again classified into two different types, that is called moderatively telolestel and extremely telolestel type of egg. In the case of moderatively telolestel type of egg, here they contains moderate amount of yolk, and hence the yolk is shifted mainly into the vegetal hemisphere only. The eggs of Amphibia, Petromyzon and Dipnoi are generally having this moderately telolestel type of egg. Here you can see the picture itself. It is clear that here in the case of this moderately telolestel type of egg, the yolk is concentrated only this area in which this animal pole is concerned with the nucleus as well as the cytoplasm. This is called the moderately telolestel type of egg. Okay, the next type is called the extremely telolestel type of egg. Extremely telolestel in the sense that this is generally found in macrolestel type of egg. Here you can see that with the heavy composition or deposition of the yolk, the entire vegetal hemisphere and most of the part of the animal pole or animal hemispheres are occupied by the yolk. Here you can see that this is the condition, extremely telolestel. Here you can see that the vegetal hemisphere is already occupied by yolk, but also this yolk is also uncovering the animal pole. Okay, so you can see that the cytoplasm as well as the nucleus is generally shifted to only to this particular a small area. Okay, though the rest of the areas are fully occupied by what? This yolk. This is generally found in reptiles as well as birds. Then another type of egg, that is called a centrolestal type of egg. Here you can see that the yolk is mainly concentrated in the center of the egg cell. So you can see that the cytoplasm will be formed at the peripheral layer around the yolk. This type of egg is generally found in insects. For more clearly, I will show you with an example. Here, this is a centrolestal type of egg. Here you can see that the yolk is generally concentrated on the central region, and the rest of the regions are generally occupied by the cytoplasm. So this is an overview of the different kinds of egg and the distribution of yolk. So here this is a microlestal type of egg and isolestal type of egg. Here you can see that the typical example is Amphioxus. Here the amount of yolk is very small and it is uniformly distributed. So this is microlestal and isolestal type of egg. Here this is called mesolestal and telolestal type of egg. Here you can see that the amount of yolk is moderate. Here this is moderate, and here in moderate amount the yolk is distributed mainly in the vegetal hemisphere. So this is moderatively telolestal type of mesolestal type of egg. Okay, then extremely macrolestal and extremely telolestal type of egg. Here you can see that the entire portion, most of the cytoplasm is occupied by this yolk, and only a very small is occupied by what? The cytoplasm. Okay, so that is called a very small region is generally occupied by the cytoplasm, the area where the blastocysts just live on. So this is called a extremely telolestal type of egg, and here this is a centrolestal type of egg. Okay, here the yolk is concentrated mainly on the central region and it is uncovered by the cytoplasm. Okay, so that's all about the classification based upon the amount of yolk and also the distribution of yolk. Then according to the presence or absence of shell, we are again classified eggs into two different types. They are called cleidoic eggs and non-cleidoic eggs. The eggs which are laid on the dry land, which are protected by calcareous shell. For example, hen's egg. This is an egg which is already laid on a dry land. So this is called a cleidoic eggs. So what is the peculiarity of this shell? It protects the developing embryo from the outer environment and also by losing the moisture. Okay, so these are the cleidoic eggs. So the cleidoic eggs are generally possessing a shell. So here you can see that these are the different types of cleidoic eggs. This is rat snake, crocodilian emu, chicken, ostrich, snapping turtles. These are all what? Cleidoic eggs. Then non-cleidoic eggs means the eggs which are not getting protected by a shell is called a non-cleidoic shell. Non-cleidoic egg. Here they will absorb water as well as the minerals from the environment. Here the development will be completely internal or in aquatic medium. For example, in the case of what? Amphibian egg. We can see that the amphibian egg, the fertilization is generally most of the aquatic organisms. We can see that the copulation will take place, but the fertilization, but the development will be in aquatic medium. Okay, so that is called the non-cleidoic eggs. So I hope you understood what we have discussed today, and if you have any doubt, please do in the comment section. Thank you.